my own personal experience was getting into this whole direction came from a point where I was a psychiatrist and psychoanalyst to begin with. And in 1974, I met my teacher of blessed memory in Jerusalem by a happenstance, so to speak, in which I was invited to come and meet her. And in doing that, she asked me, I asked her, I said to her, you know, this young man that introduced us, he got over his long-standing issues, which he tried to cure by psychoanalysis, which didn't work, 5 days a week for 3 years in Paris. But he said he did something here called mental imagery, in which everything that he was seeking and striving for cleared up in 4 weeks. Open-minded as I was, even though I was an analyst, and I said, I understood that you did this work with him, which I never heard of, called mental imagery. An insight came to me. Freud gave the fundamental rule of psychoanalysis, which is free association, say whatever is on your mind without inhibition or qualms. He gave the rule of free association as an image in a article he wrote in 1912 for young analysts beginning. He said, you begin the analysis by telling the patient that you're on a train together and that he's to look out the window and tell you everything he sees passing by the countryside. You know, he gave the rule of free association as an image. She said to me, well, in what direction does the train go? Well, that was a paradoxical response, unexpected, unanticipated, had nothing to do with the great feeling I had about this insight that I had. I had a revelation about something that was unknown in psychoanalysis at the time. I had written a paper about free association prior to coming to Jerusalem to meet her, and it was eventually published. This didn't appear in it because I had no idea. But she's, what direction does the train go? Well, I got self-conscious, and I became sweaty, and I was sitting back and tilted back in the chair, and I didn't know what to do because I was gripping the arms of the chair, and I had to give her an answer. It had to be the right answer, and what she got to think about it. And you get that self-conscious analytic mode, you got to be evaluated and judged by what you say, and so on and so forth. And I finally, was thinking, trains. I'm from Brooklyn. All the trains I've been on go horizontally. I know all about trains going. But then, of course, in Machu Picchu, the trains go up. In Switzerland, the trains go up. And I don't know what to do. And I'm absolutely confused, but I got to give an answer. And I'm sweating, I'm tight, and I'm breathing. I have an altered breathing. I'm anxious. I got to give her an answer. So I give her a medical answer at the time when I was involved in that work. And I said to her, not infrequently, most often trains go like this. What do I have to lose? Yeah. So she looked at me, and her response was, again, a paradoxical response. And she said, and if we change the axis? And she went and made a vertical movement with her arm. Well, that meant the axis of freedom. That's what I came to understand. Well, I had an illuminative experience at that point and became a being of light. There was no memory of anything. Everything disappeared. There was only light, and there was no this operating at all. When I came to, I understood that there was a truth here and that I had recognized something that of immense value and experience that I had to pursue no matter what. So that led to my becoming her apprentice for 7 years, going back and forth 13 times to train with her in this work of the vertical realm and learning what verticality is all about. Well, verticality became then a therapeutic method that I developed along with her inspiration to teach me about this, that I then began to use therapeutically in no longer an analytic mode or conventional psychiatric mode to have people pursue this vertical axis going up and down. And what I got to learn was that the descending axis, because it has two axes, up and down,